Hello. Theatre is the world's most popular art form, with millions of people all around the world sitting down to watch a play every second. Now, you might be looking at me thinking, hang on a second, that fact cannot be right. Not everyone has access to a theatre, and on top of that, even with access to a theatre, not everyone goes off to see a play at a theatre. I'll explain my claim in due course, but first I'd like to go into the history of theatre. The ancient Greeks were the first civilization to have what we today would call theatre. Now, their theatre was slightly different to what we would be used to as theatre. Everyone in those plays wore masks, and those masks gave theatre its symbols: tragedy and comedy. Now, tragedy and comedy are two genres in Greek theatre. Tragedies were usually depressing plays where no one really comes up on top. It's just a total drudge of tragedy and sadness. And comedy were light-hearted plays, which, believe it or not, contained some of the world's first fart jokes. The Romans also had theatre, but their theatre was on a bigger scale than the Greeks could ever imagine. Once, the Colosseum was filled up with water and a sea battle was reenacted for watching crowds. The Romans, during murder scenes, brought out condemned prisoners to be killed for real on stage instead of just having an actor pretend to die. Theatre in the West all but vanished during the Dark Ages. Instead, what we would today call liturgical drama took centre stage. Now, you might be thinking to yourself, hang on a second, religion and drama, they don't really mix, do they? Well, in a way they sort of do. If you ever watch a priest perform the Mass, it is one big drama. Everything is filled with special movements, special words, special motion. In a sense, it is, in a strange sort of way, drama. But really, when we think of theatre, we think of William Shakespeare. He is by far the world's most famous playwright and poet, with his works translated into almost every single major language. He is also the origin of many English phrases that we today take for granted. "37 years after Shakespeare died, however, Oliver Cromwell banned theatre. He banned theatre during his Puritan regime, which lasted after the Civil War right up till his death in Scotland, England and Ireland. Alongside theatre, sports and even walking to anywhere other than church on a Sunday was punishable by imprisonment or a night in the stocks. Another popular form of theatre is opera. In opera, every single word in the performance is sung to music. It started out in Renaissance Italy, but soon became very popular with Europe's high elite. Now, not everyone in Europe's high elite knew Italian, and most operas were in Italian, so often people were hired to sit in theatres and laugh, gasp, cry and applaud at particular points in the play, so people who didn't know Italian could copy them. However, one less savoury aspect of opera is the castrati. Castrati were men castrated as boys to preserve their high-pitched voices. Two famous castrati include Fernelli and Alessandro Morecci. Fernelli was a rock star of his time and who was prized for his beautiful castrato voice. He performed in theatres all across Europe and for almost every single royal family in the land. Alessandro Morecci, however, is popular for one major reason. He is the only castrati to have his singing recorded, and that recording survive. His recording is the last we'll ever hear of the castrati. Just a crackly, short audio clip of him singing Ave Maria. In the late 19th and early 20th century, motion pictures arrived in theatres. At first, they were just curiosities put on between performances during variety shows to placate the crowd. However, they soon became an entire genre of theatre within themselves. The first ever feature films were essentially plays recorded on the film. However, some bright spark realised that you didn't need the stage with film. You could record a castle scene at a real castle, and thus motion pictures finally separated from theatre. Which leads me back to my original claim. People watch plays almost every day. I mean, think about it. What exactly is a movie or a television show but a play? Instead of being performed on a stage, it's performed on a movie set, or dare I say even a real location, recorded on film and then shown on a television screen for a shared experience that isn't restricted to one building. Thanks for watching. I hope you subscribe. I'll see you next week.